Institutional adoption of the XRP Ledger, or XRP Apex 2025, is accelerating and providing actual financial solutions straight on-chain. XRPL is the preferred alternative for institutional investors, and we will undoubtedly discuss this topic in more detail. Welcome back to my XRP family on the CryptoZX channel. As always, I appreciate you all. We have really witnessed a slight retracement in the overall market since our last update. The market as a whole fell along with Bitcoin when it fell below 108,000, because of course, when the market leader experiences a retracement and dominance is as high as it is at the moment, it will affect the larger market, which is precisely what we are witnessing right now. When compared to the valuation of $132.22 billion and the 24-hour trading volume of roughly $2.6 billion, the price of XRP 225ers is down 2.3% in USD and down roughly 0.5% in Bitcoin. But first, as always, a little disclaimer before we go any further. This channel does not offer financial advice. When investing in cryptocurrencies, always conduct your own research and due diligence. Take a peek at this smoke shadow. Keep in mind that Ripple has cemented its place in the RWA tokenization market. US Treasury tokens are currently traded on the XRPL. By strengthening its alliance with Archax, Ripple has cemented its place in the RWA tokenization market. As is well known, Arch will make use of the tokenization tools built into XRPPL. For institutional-grade tokenization and decentralized finance or DeFi services, XRPL is a top blockchain. Therefore, by integrating features like automated markets, Maker AMM, and decentralized identifiers, Ripple hopes to provide financial institutions seeking to tokenize assets with advanced functionality. This acquisition allowed Ripple to create strong custody services for tokenized assets, guaranteeing that institutions could safely manage their tokenized RWAs. This collaboration also seeks to increase the usage of XRP, the native token on which we speculate. Additionally, Monica Long, I wanted to discuss this video with you all. Brad Gerlingau and Monica Long take the stage together as she discloses that 40 to 50% of Ripple's current payment flows are going through the Singapore hub, which she characterizes as a first-mover advantage. Retrace your steps. If you regularly, daily, watch the channel, what have I been saying? All of these nations are currently joining. Ripple is unconcerned about the fact that the US is now coming full force for innovation in blockchain and cryptocurrency. They have been building all over the world. They're not only concentrating on one area, because they want to, transform the way we use finance and the way tokenization will affect the world. They are concentrating on a global scale. And this information directly from Monica Long helps us to better grasp how crucial that is. Cryptocurrency is here to stay, and it's time that we bring it into the mainstream, and it's already happening, Senator John Thune said going forward. As is well known, indexes are registered for derivatives, ETFs, and more. There has been a lot of activity in the digital realm. However, take a look at the M2 global money supply, which shows that China is on the verge of printing 1.5 trillion. As you can see, Bitcoin is declining, while the M2 money supply is essentially still increasing. Bitcoin is, following the trend. We did observe that, as we know, cool off for Bitcoin. However, Bitcoin is gaining traction once more. Are we truly going to witness a positive month for Bitcoin in June? It goes without saying that if you look at the last 24 hours, we're seeing some red. If you look at it on a weekly basis, however, you can see that June has actually gotten off to a good start. Everything are going okay so far. This isn't something we should be ignoring. The FOMC meeting, which is crucial, is the most significant event of the month. I believe that everything changes for the larger market if we see that rate cut. As a result, Ripple is a prominent payment company that has blockchain patents for cross-border transactions. Users can move from a rapid network thanks to the RippleNet infrastructure. This has been documented just in front of us, as you can see. Additionally, when discussing tokenization, Dr. Mahmoud Albaror states, "Ladies and gentlemen, in under 2 minutes, Dubai's second tokenized property was sold today. A total of 145 investors from 35 different countries purchased a piece of Dubai, and the average investment was 1.67 dirhams. We're going huge. We're moving quickly." This is why tokenization is important. Take a look at it directly before us. As you can see, it's likely that nothing sold to investors in just 2 minutes. Roughly 149 for 35 different countries. You can now own a portion of the property, and if you are betting on real estate to rise or fall, you know that people can move accordingly. It just makes it more complicated than we have ever seen, and this is just one example that helps us better understand how tokenization is going to change everything. Very, very fascinating. However, let us now examine the current state of the pricing. In order for you to understand what's going on, I would want to show you the dominance from an hourly perspective. So, dominance was literally sitting at 64.14% last night, as you know, and we actually pulled down to 63.75%, which is temporary, but we did see the dominance coming up again. If you're looking at Bitcoin right now, it fell below the 108,000 support level. You can witness this firsthand. Following that, you are essentially free to drop as low as 106,600 since you are aware that we did drop to 107,700. You folks are aware of that zone's significance. I've talked to you guys about this for a while, and really I'm still waiting for that range to be retested, especially if we don't make a claim. In fact, I'd argue that it's above 180,700. The possibility of us retesting the 100 to 6,600 key support line remains open if we don't assert the aforementioned, and I don't want you people to forget about that. Naturally, if you look at the price of XRP here, it will decrease. You know, anyone who's going to publicly declare that XRP will not decline is, well, utterly ignorant. It will undoubtedly go down. Dominance remains rather high. The value of Bitcoin has decreased. There will be a retracement. As I mentioned to you guys, it's essentially declining in terms of the overall trend for Bitcoin, but we haven't yet broken through the $231 resistance. We momentarily exceeded it, but we were never able to close above that range, which helps us to realize once more how crucial that key level is. To take things one step at a time is necessary. Still at 38.2 in this green accumulation only zone. We will go step by step. I adore you all.